channel them into a new shape benefits the Ondo's spiritual character. Not a bad job, if I do say so myself. And to think I was this close to hanging up my hammer after studying the craft of them ancients. I've been across the length and breadth of Norbrand and gobbled up every scrap of craft and wisdom I could find. But no matter which technique I tried, my work was just no comparison. I couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. A mystery for the ages, that's what drew me here in the first place. Built my workshop, got the forges burning, and lost my bleeding will to craft. Thank the gods for that crystal of yours, or I might have never gotten it back. I won't pry into your business, but I reckon your little miracle there has been through the kind of journey they sing songs about. Echoes of the memory it holds. Just speak directly to your heart. Aye, I can still feel them coursing through me. Inspiration's not fading away, it's welling up stronger and stronger. Give me a chance and I reckon I can weave the Crystal Saga into other things as well. What bugged me, I'd almost forgotten the Ondo's commission. If you could drag that lamp over to Tolsh's Arth for me, I'll sit here and dream up a new rhymes for your fry. I'm sorry, pardon me? Pretty sweet. Looking pretty sweet. Damn, it's so late. Fuck. This is fucking long, bro. What is this you have here? The sacred lamp. Then the Finless One has kept his promise. My people tell me of many deeds you have performed in the name of aiding the cups. And now you come to me bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of ever seeing. We can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients. Yes, the time for fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its austere illumination upon the walls of the Forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak again once our prayers have been offered.
O stewards of the Ondo,
Oh, I did okay with
we
this.
offer up our light in answer.
That crystal you showed the artisan. Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends?
Missed that part, did you?
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day. So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal? It was Nilebert's then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them. I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop.
You already don't stop talking, bro.
I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
That took for fucking ever, bro. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I got some sweet shit out of it, though.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emmett Selk was telling the truth.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes, impossibly so. We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Shall we?
Yes, we really shall. The chieftain has bid me guide your steps to the illuminated land. Come, the way lies downward. Follow the path of coral and rock and join your comrades below. Oh, fuck. This is my, where all my fucking shit is that I couldn't find before. Yes. Whoa. Whoa. Oh shit. All are gathered, yes. Then I shall describe the path you must take. Enter the cavern beyond and follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom, find a passage to the northwest and then continue west, west, west. The way is not simple. Keep your friends within shouting distance and do not stray into the deep. Just before the journey's end, you will find the Caliban Gap barrier we placed in its mouth. This obstacle will fade should you raise a hand towards it. We have made it so. A most succinct explanation. We thank you for your guidance. Right, deeper into the depths we go. guide bade us travel to the cavern floor and thence to the west. Yet 'twould seem these twisting tunnels defy such simple instruction. Rather than rely on direction alone, I suggest we scout with care and relay the path ahead to those who are behind. Sure thing, bro. Ah, sir, you have a choice of two routes from here. You can either take the long way to the south, along the rocks, or you can skip along this coral branch, as Alice has done. I, for one, shall be following my sister's example. Guess we're going this way. $400 to the west. There you are, come on. I think I found the tunnel we're looking for. That's great news. Wonderful. Wonderful. 140 to the west. The fuck? Okay. Whoa, look at it hiding back there. Here, this must be the barrier the Undo spoke of. Well, that was rather more arduous than expected. I feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut through the wilderness. 'Twas a treacherous path indeed. Now I believe one of us needs but raise a hand to banish this next obstacle. Sir, I elect you to the honors. Gone, just like that. I suppose we should head in. Like as not, this tunnel will be just as perilous as the road we walked to get here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we?
gods.
Whoa.
When the Ondo spoke of a city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
Then we are seeing the same view.
No, probably not. I mean, you are blind.
The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid material structures. But these... everything here pulses with ether. 'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Yeah, it's certainly impressive. Sir, did you note the style of the architecture? 'Tis the same used for the remnants at the cups and the murals, painted towers. Look closely. Emexet has not simply reclaimed these ruins. He has layered the semblance of an entire city upon them. Gods, the magnitude of this artifice is staggering. Though it pains me to admit, we did not fully understand the feats of which an old world Ascian is capable. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why didn't we have a closer look at that tower to the southeast? We might be able to reach it from the edge of the trench. Aha. Give me that. Give me that shit. Hey, what's up, man? Just trying to finish this chunk of quests up at 6 a.m. Hoping I can go to bed soon. Please. Oh shit, that one's forever away. What's up with you, man? Yeah, this is a pretty sweet city. It's underwater, by the way. This is under the ocean. Under the sea. Under the sea. Ah, man. It's a late night. Look at the size of those doors. Now I know how pixies must feel. Sir Husk recognized. Welcome to the city of Amarat. Will you be riding the lift? What? Did the building just welcome you? Mayhap it is not so passing strange. Did Emetzelf not invite Sir to visit his abode? 'Tis plain that coming was expected. And where will this lift be taking us? Yeah, I had today off though, so that's a part of it. The lift services every level of Akora Heights, but is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor. Well, there you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yards of road, we have little choice but to accept the offer. With emphasis on the we, I'm not about to let you walk into that place alone. I wish to ride the lift. As you wish. The lift will arrive shortly. Beep bop boop. Dip, dip, dip. Bitty, 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 boop, boop, boop. No, I don't work on Monday nights. I have Monday and Tuesday off, but I have been working 6 days. Next up, ground floor. Facilities include the Bureau of the Administrator, the Bureau of the Architect, and the Capitol. I can't work 7 days a week. They won't let me. That's what it really is. Chatter, 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 chatter. It's only at this distance that you start to realize just how big the buildings truly are. What did that voice call the city? Amarat? Look, over there. Is that a person? No, my mistake. That's a giant. Doesn't seem to have noticed us yet. Giant or no, a resident of this place may have much and more to tell us. I say we make the first move. Alpha, no, you can't just... Ugh. Oh, fuck. Pray excuse my boldness, but might I ask you a few questions? Adorable costumes. Are you children on an excursion? This district has much to teach you. How odd. That sounded like no language I've ever heard, and yet I understood every word. Just as he understood us. And which district is it exactly? You must be lost, poor things. You stand in the Polyariatal district, wherein lie the institutions most vital to the management of our star. I see you've come to marvel at the workings of the Convocation of 14. Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draw near and our brightest minds race to implement their plans. Thus, you must understand that gaining an audience at this time will be next to impossible. You should hurry home now before your families begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back? Yeah, he is pretty ballsy. No, thank you. We will be fine. Very well. Take care, little ones. Well, that was odd. What was that all about? To my eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect Emmett Selch wove them from ether, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. Such words well befit the oblivion described to aspire Ascian foe, a catastrophe of unprecedented scale which did not set in motion the summoning of Zodiac, and thence Heidelin herself. But that happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? That man spoke as if they were rushing to avert a disaster here and now. Unless, for these people, the distant past is the here and now. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Alphino. This ethereal Amarat and its residents appear to be phantoms of a different age. Emmet Selk hath resurrected a memory, a moment in time from before the star was sundered. So, we find ourselves in a long-destroyed city inhabited by the long-departed. An unusual situation, to be sure, but at least we're able to parley with these ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat. I say we use this to our advantage. Split up, strike up some conversations, and see if we can't learn the location of our quarry. And while we're at it, it wouldn't hurt to wheedle out a few more details regarding this convocation of 14 and their impending disaster. To mingling then, let's meet back here when our jaws start aching. Oh, your jaws, the jaws of people in this game, they don't ever start aching. They can talk forever. Literally, there is no end to their talk. That's the thing. Push right through that guy. Good gracious, child, where is your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home, quickly now. Have you not heard? Though yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon afflicts our star. They are calling it the final days. 'Tis said it starts suddenly, a cacophonous keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot and wrests from us control of our creation magics. Once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair. Every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fiery rain, an incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts. No one can point to the source of the phenomenon. 'Tis as if the star itself has fallen ill, as if a force inimical to life now festers as it spreads. 'Tis only a matter of time until Amarat too resounds to that discordant squall. You should say, you should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them. Not skipping cutscenes because I have to review this fucking thing, man. Can't just be skipping shit. It's like the final area in the expansion right here. When it's like optional shit though, I'll speed read. An audience with Emmet Selk. I'm afraid you have the wrong office, little one, and besides, he will be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you have been told of the looming catastrophe. Every resource available to the convocation must be spent upon ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said the 14 are moving forward with a plan of scarce incredible proportion. One which promises to grant will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence. And then they will rewrite the laws of existence. It is a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. Yeah, I think I started this at midnight. I took maybe a 15-minute break. It was a little before midnight, actually, so I've been going for like 6.5 hours almost. And in that time, I've done 9 quests. This long fucking quests, man. Well, I guess I did more than 9, but 9 main story quests. There was like a part where I had to do a bunch of extra shit too. It would seem the hall is host to a most precocious visitor this day. And what, pray tell, shall be the subject of our discussion, young one? The convocation and their handling of the coming peril. 'Tis only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As all know, the 14 are the wisest and most puissant among us. Puissant. They are the stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep the star turning season after season. Be it the speaker, La Habrea, or the emissary, Elidibus. Each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intellect. Logrif, Mitron, and Metzelk, their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect and a matter of tradition, become synonymous with their incumbents. Thus it is with great incredulity that I greet this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. If proven true, 'twould be an unprecedented development, and testament to the immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling. In any event, I, for one, am confident they shall deliver our star unto salvation. Yeah, there was one thing where I had to, like, I got to a point where the game told me I had to go complete another quest line that was around, I think, 8 quests before I could move on to finish the quest for the main story that I was on at the time. Sir, if I was not certain before that I am now, the people of this city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled Emmett Selk to recreate this ancient Amarat, and yet I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout this ocean trench. He would have his story known. We can compare notes once the others return. Hopefully then our next move will become clear. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, give me those cubbies. 'Twould seem our conversations were much alike. A looming disaster, creation magics running rampant, and this convocation's efforts to bring salvation out of chaos. I suppose there was talk of little else in the time when these events came to pass. Urianger, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancients' arts of creation? A fascinating discipline indeed. Art the mind can conceive, maybe, rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. 'Tis not dissimilar to the primal rites taught by the Asians, wherein ritual ceremony breatheth life into figments of myth and legend. Breatheth. I see, we arrived at the same conclusion then. The people who lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the aether which coursed through their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies, and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere, from a hoard of crystals mayhap, or from the very land itself. Thus, when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effect, a means for destruction. An interesting matter which no doubt bears further study, but despite all these revelations, I worry we are no closer to finding Emmett Selk. Has anyone learned aught which might lead us to his location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what we've heard, it seems the Convocation of 14 is sequestered into the nearby Capitol building. When we went to see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a writ of permission. So we tried our luck at the Bureau of the Administrator, where we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk there said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear in the registry. And that was where we gave up. I wonder, though, sir, could you be eligible for one of these writs? The voice in the lift seemed to know who you were. It might be that your name is registered at the bureaus as well. Worth a look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital and search for a less official point of entry, just in case. Pray allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove needful. I think I'd like to speak with more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help cure Sir's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Of course I don't mind. Just lead the way. Is Kuja a chick? You know, it took me a while to realize that no. And the whole shirtless part is the only giveaway, really. Then Yashtodal and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There was surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. This time, however, let us reconvene in front of the capital. God, the wife is gonna wake up and take the boy to school soon. It's getting fucking late. Some would say early. Go attune to this bad boy. Visitor's writ? Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. Sir Husk, please wait near the counter while I confirm your details. Sir Husk, your application is ready for collection. As your residency was approved by Emmett Selk himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Here are your application documents. Submit them at the Bureau of the Secretariat, and the clerk will issue you with a visitor's writ for the capital. Cubus. Come on, dude, bring it on, you fucking bitch. It's a rare game in Final Fantasy XII right there. Oh, come on, dude, what the fuck? I was just sitting here, dude. Dude, there's like 4 of me, dude. There's a shit ton of me, dude. I'm everywhere, dude. Dude. I got your fucking compass right here, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Go, dude. Glitch. I'm fucking glitched. I glitched into a dozen compass. Now I'm gonna fuck you up. A greater purpose. Going to sleep. Yeah, nine's a good time. Next, please. Visiting the capital, are we? Please take a seat. Your name will be called once your application has been processed. Cup of coffee is probably the last thing I need right now. I am pretty tired, but I gotta go to sleep. Oh, let's see me in the little chair. Uh-oh. Getting overrun here. May I? This is bullshit. You, I think, are from a time beyond ours. Have you followed in the wake of Emmett Silk? Nay, there is no cause for alarm. I am simply a shade, here and not here. I know only that my name is Ethylades, and the city is a recreation, a phantom moment plucked from the well of history. Yeah, I'll suffocate. These others seem unaware of their pale existence, but I wonder if Emmett Silk's mind was distracted when it came to my reconstitution. A stray thought would have been enough. Ethylades will realize the truth, for example. We were close friends once, you see. Yet in spite of my perception, I play the same role as all the rest, a bit part, meant to bring color and noise to this well-crafted stage. Too much scrutiny, and we shall burst like the fragile bubbles we are. Thus I tell you again, my presence is not to concern you. I wish only to share your company whilst we wait. This goddamn government bullshit. I got hit before that guy. If you've come this far, then you know the catastrophe which awaits us on our morrow. Yet still we sit at the DMV like assholes. The final days, what began as an isolated incident soon swelled into a world-spanning threat. The convocation of 14, well, I was 13 at the time, endeavored to create a will for our star. They would repair the fundamental laws of order and halt the spread of destruction. But creation on such a scale required an immense source of power. those of us who still lived, nearly half offered up their lives in the name of salvation. And from their sacrifice, Zodiac was born, just as we had hoped. He reached forth and halted the march of oblivion. Yet oh, how the star had suffered, so many species lost. The land was blighted, the waters poisoned, and even the wind had ceased to blow. Once more did our people give themselves to Zodiac. Another half of our race sacrificed to cleanse the world, to ensure that trees and grasses and myriad tiny lives would sprout and grow and flourish. The cycle of life had begun anew, and we reconsidered the means by which we might protect it. The convocation decided thus: we would nurture our world until it was bursting with vitality. Then, when the time was right, we would offer some portion of its living energy to Zodiac. In return, he would restore to us those brethren whose souls had fed his strength, and together we would resume our role as stewards. There were, however, those who disagreed with this plan. They argued that enough had been sacrificed to Zodiac, that this new world should belong to the lives newly born. These dissidents surrendered their life energies in the creation of Heidelin, an incarnation, of their opposing belief. And for the first time in history, our people stood divided. Know you then how this conflict ended? I thought you might. Emmett Silk has ever been a champion for the will of Zodiac. The original plan may have been set back by millennia, but he will not have abandoned his course. He will pay the price for our return by whatever means is necessary. And though he may carry himself with a certain glib ease, Emmett Silk is not a man to bear his burdens lightly. In fact, I imagine they have only grown heavier with every passing century. Tis truly a terrible weight he has chosen to carry. Sir Husk. It seems your turn has come. Pray do not let me keep you. Ah, there was one last thing. You walk with another at your side, yes? Nay, I see no definite form, just the faintest suggestion of a second soul. I doubt it visible to anyone but me. Otherwise, I assume only you can see and hear this ethereal companion. Your connection is hardly a coincidence. In our time, the two of you were one. The color of your souls tells the tale. Yeah, I figured that was going to be the case. hue that distinctive cannot be hidden. Ha! This is just the kind of fate I might expect from one such as he. Surely Emmett Selk has recognized the hint of him in you. Sir Husk. Fare you well, my new old friend. May you find what it is you seek. It must have had something to do with that splitting they were just talking about. Your visitor's writ, as requested. When you wish to gain admittance to the capital, simply present the document to the attendant within. God damn. Finally, you were gone so long I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. Have heard you in your bureaucratic ventures. Ah, I see my instincts were correct. And a good thing, too. Oriange and I weighed our chances of breaking into the capital, and an official entrance is by far the more attractive option. The capital boasteth not a single armed sentry. It would seem that in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appear heavily warded. Though mightily did we strive, with strength mundane and magical, we failed to budge them even a fraction of one ill. Mayhap 'twas simply the case that Emmett Selk's recreation did not extend to their usual function. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it best to conserve our time and energy for more pressing matters. Speaking of which, Reen and I tried to ask about a cure for you. The problem is, these ancients didn't exist beyond Amarots today. They would happily tell their own tales, but whenever we attempted to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. What of you, sir? Was aught worthy of interest said during your efforts to obtain a writ? Tons of shit. It was crazy. He saw me. A great sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection, and you say all the Asian scheming has been leading to this? All this time, but if they still mean to enact this plan, then things won't end with the rejoining. Though I thought we knew their intentions in full. Restore the world to its former glory, and in turn empower Zodiac to reclaim his throne as the will of the star. Yet that was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put it into words, but we have to assume that following the final rejoining, the Asians mean to draw on the lives of the Source to make their sacrifice to Zodiac. That does seem the most likely scenario. Mayhap those who ally with the Asians would be spared that fate. But what value is there in surviving when all our history, all our struggles will be erased? I cannot conscience such an act. Of course not. And that's to say not of what Emmett Selk plans for the Exarch's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, sir, and when we do, make your mark, change the course of history in a way that's felt by those who came before and those who came after, by everyone you've ever met. Change things so that even my other self, dying somewhere in that future calamity, will smile and say, I knew you would win. Is fighting Emmett Selk the only way? He created an entire city, and if you push that hard in your current state, the light will break free. The decision to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us. Hey, what's up, Jim? Remember that talk we had atop the tower at Moatsuk? I'm still of the same mind now as I was then. I don't abandon you, you don't abandon me, and together we make a difference in this fight. There's always hope if we look for it. I saw it again and again as you tore those veils of light from the sky. If we keep taking that next step forward, there's a chance we'll find a way to save you. So no matter how long it takes or how much it hurts, you can count on me to keep on walking. Valtteri spoke of the disaster we would bring upon our own heads, the ceaseless conflict. Imagine how he would sneer to see what's become of the first, not to mention your perilous predicament. And yet who can deny the fire your deeds have ignited in people's hearts? You achieved what my logic and ideals never could, uniting disparate peoples under the banner of hope and common purpose. Without you, that giant talus would never have raised its head. I have borne witness to many such miracles at your side, and would do so again. This is but another obstacle in the road. So come, let us travel it. Drag me through wonder and danger, as you are wont to do, and I shall endeavor not to slow you down. Just thought you'd say, hey, randomly awake. Yeah, randomly awake for me too, or should not be. As well thou knowest, if we are to usher Emmett Selk unto his rest, we must needs bind his Ascian soul, and then shatter it with overwhelming force. The former task requireth our recite, and such have I prepared, upon the Exarch asking no less, though 'twas ever mine intent to provide said mean. The future whence our noble friend doth hail is a world fallen to Ascian artifice, and he would not see such grim history repeated. In a sense, Emmett Selk's destruction, God, will be the culmination of the Exarch's efforts, a reward for all he hath endured these many years. Yet even as thou stridest into the jaws of peril, forget not but that his fondest wish, and that of many others besides, is to see thee survive unto the morrow. 'Tis in pursuit of that happiest of outcomes that I do pledge to remain at thy side. Our time in the First has been a never-ending succession of trials, as arduous as our path in the Source ever was. Yet through all our journeys together, through that deep and foreboding wood, you have helped me to stay true to my convictions. Thus I would return the faith. Do as your heart decrees, without hesitation or regret, and that is all I will say on the matter. Well, this has put everyone in a solemn mood, hasn't it? Honestly, we're not even sure this will be the end of it. But I suppose we should speak our minds when we have the opportunity. You taught me that much in our meringue. So forgive me this moment of sentiment, sir. By dragging me into this sorry mess, you've given me the chance to think and act as I should have. For Red's sake, words cannot express how much this has changed my life, or how grateful I am for your support. So I shall express my gratitude through action instead. No matter where you decide to go, I will be there, guarding your back. When Minfilia entrusted me with her power, she warned me that no matter how strong you become, you can still fall victim to despair. You can still be powerless, and she was right. After you collapsed on Mount Gulg, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. If I made a mistake, if I failed to bind the light within you, I was terrified you would die. Even now you could be moments from turning, and I wouldn't know how to save you. You, Thancred, the others, you've all been there when I needed help. Minfilia surrendered her life to me, her legacy. I should be ready to do the same for you, and I want to. I do, but I'm not good enough. She told me to follow your example, and I've tried. I've really tried. Then you shouldn't hang your head. I shouldn't. Fate can be cruel, but a smile better suits a hero. I'm not sure Actually, never mind. I think I'll understand better if I try it for myself. No, nothing. Oh, fuck. Welcome to the capital. All visitors must present an official writ of permission before admittance will be granted. Your documents appear to be in order. You may proceed into the capital, but any guests you may choose to bring with you must remain in your vicinity at all times.
This really is unacceptable. I gave you very specific instructions.
But Sulk.
My invitation was for an abomination, ripe with the power to bring about the world's annihilation. Not this half-broken thing. Whatever am I to do with you? And I see you insist on keeping the same familiar company. Are you so lost without them?
It is not he who is lost without the familiar. Not content with remaking an entire city, you aim to fill it with the reconstituted souls of the dead.
I may have gotten a little carried away in my attention to detail, added a few unnecessary flourishes. Well, there's no point trying to hide it. Yes. Once the rejoining of worlds is complete, Zodiac will regain his full strength and shatter his prison. Then we shall offer up the Source's remaining inhabitants in sacrifice, that we might resurrect our brethren who died to bring Zodiac into existence.
I don't really know how that would bring those people back, but whatever.
But what was it that you came here to do exactly?
Kick your ass. We came here to stop you.
Did you know? One last do-or-die attempt to foil my plans before
thanks,
your
man.
mind dissolves into madness.
Thanks for hanging out, French philosopher. I'm gonna be done in a few minutes anyway, I hope. We're finishing it tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow afternoon. So if you want to come hang out for that.
In every single age,
about 6
there
hours,
is
we'll be done.
always someone who wants to stand up to the evil Asians. Always the same arrogance, the same insistence that the world belongs to them, as if theirs were the only rightful claim, theirs the only existence worthy of preservation.
Oh yeah, give me those cubbies for effect. I'll see you then, man.
Even now, after everything, you refuse to see reason. You think it unfair that you are subject to suffering? That your lives will be sacrificed for the ancients?
Look at me. I have lived 1,000 of your lives. I have broken bread with you, fought with you, grown ill, grown old, sired children, and yes, welcomed death's sweet embrace. For eons have I measured your worth and found you wanting. Too weak and feeble-minded to serve as stewards of any star.
Have your recent spats with Vorthri and his Sin Eaters taught you nothing? Have you not learned that your ignorance and frailty beget only endless misery? How long do you mean to perpetuate this farce? How much more must I endure your bumbling interference?
Yeah, I kind of get where he's coming from.
That the laws of reality are again undone, and the world faces true annihilation. Do you honestly believe that half your number would sacrifice themselves to save the other? Of course they wouldn't! And if you had witnessed history unfold as I have, you would reach the same conclusion.
Alpha Note's like, yeah, probably.
You cannot be entrusted with our legacy. I will bring back our brethren, our friends, our loved ones. The world belongs to us, and us alone.
I'm excited for Van Baelsar to come in. You guys like fucking Van Helsing.
Emmett Selk! We understand, truly, but it makes no difference. The ones you love are in the past, while ours are here in the present. One day, we too will be ashes and dust. But not today. Our time is not yet finished. We share your conviction, and that is why we will not abandon our course.
think us the same? You think your tattered soul of equal worth to those I lost? Then come. Earn your place. Prove yourselves worthy to inherit this star. Behold the coming oblivion. 'Twas the end of our era and the beginning of our great work. A fitting backdrop for your final judgment.
I shall wait within, but do not spend too much time on your preparations. There's no telling how much longer the guest of honor will last.
Man, that's pretty fucking hardcore. Damn, that's a good cutscene right there. Fucking shit. Alright, boys and girls. The time for sleep has come. And passed, and come again. And now. That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you're watching this on the YouTubes afterwards, hope you subbed to the channel. Working on a couple things to improve it, but you know, right now it's just a fuck fest of videos. Check out the podcast if you haven't already. Lots of episodes on there. Until next time, guys. Enjoy the grind.